Hey everybody, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. And today we're talking about the thing that gives us all life, gives us all energy, gives us direction, purpose, and goals. We're talking about coffee. So let's talk about that. But before we begin, if you could like this video and also subscribe, that would make the world of difference. I try to produce as much content as humanly possible about Northwest Arkansas. So liking and subscribing, make sure that my content goes in front of the right people at the right time looking to move here. Hey, that could be you. So thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. All right, so a little backstory here. If you're gonna build a business when it comes to supply chain things, coffee, whatchamacallits, whatchamajigs, the one thing you wanna kind of be near is a big supply chain provider, manufacturer, of course. And we happen to have a couple different things called the JB Hunt, obviously transportation. We have Walmart, big supply chain person, you might have heard of them. So there are quite a few coffee brands in Northwest Arkansas that have planted themselves here because of the supply chain and everything else, because this is kind of the supply chain hub across America for obviously like local Midwest kind of southern area and then outward. So kind of a big deal around here when it comes to supply chain. So there's a lot of coffee shops and a lot of coffee places around here that concerned about the supply chain because that's what they're here for. So with the supply chain stuff, let's talk about 4 Northwest Arkansas NWA coffee brands that exist right here that you'll be able to also find in your local grocery store, Walmart, or you can order right online. And the first coffee brand that really needs no introduction is called Onyx. So if you don't know anything about Northwest Arkansas, or if you don't know about Onyx, Onyx is a locally grown coffee brand right here in Northwest Arkansas. The interesting thing that is famous about Onyx, well, threefold actually. The first thing is there's not a lot of coffee shops around here when it comes to Onyx. There's I think 3 total. And so every single coffee shop is just we'll call a work of art to say the least. Very architecturally pleasing design, very cool. It is something to visit when you come to Northwest Arkansas. Secondly is that the actual owner herself is a world-renowned barista. So she won first place in America for any sort of coffee competition for barista. And then on top of that, she went to Europe, competed in Italy, won second place. So that's pretty awesome. And then thirdly, the coffee is, let's just say, pretty top tier. I love Onyx coffee, and a lot of people do around here as well. So if you are local to Northwest Arkansas, you know Onyx coffee. We know this, great coffee, top tier. And fourthly, if there's a fourth thing, the one thing I do appreciate about them is that they're not looking to necessarily like grow out of control and plant Onyx coffee brand everywhere. They really want to stay local to the area and continue to grow that online brand presence when it comes to the actual supply chain and growing their coffee brand here in Northwest Arkansas, because then obviously they're connected to the biggest supply chain in the world. So obviously they'd like to see that grow as well. So it's one really cool thing is that if you are coming to Northwest Arkansas, definitely check out Onyx and all the different locations here, and there's a good chance you can probably find Onyx coffee in your local grocery store as well. Or you can check them out online. So there's that as well. And the second brand you will find in wholesalers or potentially like when it comes to grocery stores or Walmart is Confident Coffee. I've talked about Confident Coffee in the actual videos before. Big fan of Confident Coffee, love their stuff. One of the things, once again, seems to be a trend here. One of the things I love to go there and do is actually just honestly smell the coffee. I mean, if you could choose between going to a coffee shop that's roasting coffee at hand or not roasting coffee, I'm gonna choose the roasting coffee, not gonna lie. One of the cool things about Confident Coffee is you can find their brand at different locations across Walmart, and they're getting into more locations as we speak, so really cool about them. So you might be actually drinking Confident Coffee before you know it, before you even know it. They could be coming to a town near you. But one of the really cool things about Confident Coffee is they're a locally grown brand, a woman-owned business, and on top of that, they have a drive-through bakery, so that's a big win on my part. And they have a really cool location located right downtown Johnston, Arkansas. That reminds me. I have a 3-day itinerary. So maybe you're coming down to Northwest Arkansas and you're quickly realizing there's so much to do because there's so much to do. There's a 3-day itinerary linked below for you. So maybe you're a foodie, maybe you have kids, maybe you're a sightseer, maybe you're into sports, maybe you're adventure. There's a 3-day itinerary linked down below for you. So go ahead and download it. So when you come down here, you can just download the itinerary, use it, and have all the fun of Northwest Arkansas. Also, when you do come down here, I can give you the $10 tour. I can kind of show you around the whole area. Plus, we can check out some homes for sale or for rent and see how far your dollar will go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. And also number 3 is Airship Coffee. So you'll find Airship Coffee all around Walmarts across America, plus definitely in Northwest Arkansas. One of my favorite things about Airship Coffee is, first off, their location is real nice because it's downtown Bentonville. And on top of that, they have a actual place on Kohler mountain range, but the whole like preserve over Kohler. So it's kind of cool because you can kind of like go there to go bike. And if you don't know what Kohler is, essentially it's a big mountain biking, like many miles of mountain biking trails around the whole area. But to actually get to the other Airship Coffee location, you actually have to ride your bike out there. So it's kind of cool. Looks kind of like a fortress. I'm in favor of fortresses. I don't know if you are. I like fortresses. Anywho, Airship Coffee is really good. One of the things I also appreciate about it is when you go to the downtown section one, they're always cooking beans down there. So like that in the whole back, you'll see like just roasters going, and love the smell. So I'm not opposed to that. So it's really fun to see that kind of integration between like roasting, selling, wholesaling, and also supply chain, plus having a really fun actual outside seating, plus serving coffee out there as well. So love Airship, gotta check it out. And last but certainly not least is Arsagas Coffee, and they're located all across Northwest Arkansas. They do roast a lot of beans right around the Fayetteville area, and they have I think one big roaster, I'm pretty sure. But one of the things you'll see all around Walmarts and different other different sort of like grocery stores around the area, plus all across America, is the Arsagas brand. They do fantastic coffee. And again, one of the really cool things about living down here in Northwest Arkansas is the fact that you have like a direct connection to the biggest supply chain in the world. So getting your brand and pitching, a coffee, for instance, or whatchamacallit, to Walmart, it's not super challenging because you like literally right here. So it's really cool to see a lot of these brands, especially coffee, get worked into the system of Walmart and being sent all across America. So maybe you're drinking coffee, maybe you have a little part of Northwest Arkansas and you didn't even know it. So maybe you're already here. So come on down, why not? And that's all I have for you guys today. Appreciate you guys watching. Again, if you are thinking about moving down to Northwest Arkansas, download my 3-day itinerary linked below. Maybe you're an adventurer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you have kids, maybe you're a sightseer, maybe you're a foodie. So go ahead and download my 3-day itinerary link below. And also when you do come down here, I can give you the $10 tour, so kind of show you around the whole area. Plus we can look at some homes for sale or for rent and see how far your dollar will go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. All right guys, I'll see you in the next one.